Okay, so we're going to look at inequalities again, but this time we're going to look at inequalities in standard form. When we have it in standard form, we have x and y on the one side of the inequality and then the constant on the other. In order to graph this, we have to get y by itself, put it in slope-intercept form. Therefore, we have to get rid of this 3x. So you have to think about, here's 3x, what is the opposite, or what will make 3x equal to 0? And if we think about it, we should know that that is going to be negative 3x. Okay, so 3x and negative 3x gives me 0. So I want to come over here and subtract the 3x as well. And you should know that 2 minus 3x cannot be combined. They're not like terms. So we're going to rewrite this as y is greater than or equal to negative 3x plus 2. It's plus 2 because this is a positive 2. It's a negative 3x because this is minus 3x. And then if we look, this is in the same form as y, and then mx plus b. And then we're going to just graph it like regular, like we learned last night. We're going to look for our y-intercept of 2. So we're going to come over here and put a point at 2. And then we're going to come over here and look at our slope of negative 3. So remember, if m is negative 3, that's negative 3 over 1. So that tells me how much to go up or down and left or right. So it's negative, so it's down 3. The 1 is positive, so that's right 3. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, and then right 1. Okay? Now I want to look at my inequality. This has the equals 2 sign. So that means it's including all those points on the line. So we want to draw a solid line. So I'm going to come down here. Oh, no, oops. Okay, so now I have my line drawn. So now I have to decide, do I shade this side of the line or this side of the line? Remember, the shading is to tell us where all the solutions are, okay? So the easiest point we talked about was to choose 0, 0, which is on this left side. So I'm going to take my equation here and plug in 0 for x, that's 3 times 0. And then 0 for y is greater than or equal to 2. So that's 0 plus 0. So the question is 0 greater than or equal to 2. Hopefully we know that's false. So that means because this point was false, all the points on this side are false. Therefore, all the points over here must be solutions for this equation. So we shade that in. These are all solutions. They work. I pick any point and plug it in this equation. That'll work. Okay? So let's look at one other example here. Scroll down a bit. Okay? This one again is in standard form. Okay? We have the 2x plus 2y is less than or equal to negative 4. We want to get y by itself. So just like the last time, we're going to get rid of the x first. So 2x minus 2x is 0. We got to bring that over here. Those are not like terms. So I'm going to rewrite this. 2y is less than negative 2x minus 4 because of the minus 4 right here. Okay. Now y is not alone, so we need to remember this is 2 times y. So to get the 2 to go away and leave me with y, I'm going to divide by 2. Because 2 divided by 2 is 1y, or just y. We're going to bring down our less than sign. And then remember that you have to divide everything by 2. So I have negative 2 over 2, so that's going to give me negative 1x. And I have negative 4 over 2, that's going to give me negative 2. So now I have a slope-intercept equation I can work with. I'm going to first take my y-intercept, which is negative 2, negative 1, negative 2. It goes here. Then I'm going to take my slope, which is negative 1 over positive 1. So that means I go down 1 over 1. Oops, right there. And then, that's what we said. So let's see, it was -2, and then we go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. Now at this point I want to look at the inequality. This says less than, not equals to. So that tells me that I need to put a dotted line there. So I'm going to go ahead and find my dotted line here. So I drew my dashed line, or dotted line, whatever you want to call it. So now I have to figure out, are my solutions on this side of the line, or are they on this side? So again, like before, we can pick 0, 0 as my test point. So that's this point right there. That's 0, x is 0, and y is 0. So I want to come over here and plug it into my equation. So that's 2 times 0 plus 2 times 0 is less than -4. So that's 0 plus 0. Is 0 less than -4? And I would say no. I would rather have $0 than owe you $4. So I'm going to say no. That is not. So again, just like above, this turned out to be false. Therefore, all the points on this side are false. Therefore, the points on this side will all work. And again, if I want to check, I can just take one of those points and plug it in. Okay, so this all works here. So all my solutions reside on this line. Any point I pick will make this equation true. And then I have the dashed line because none of the points on this line are true for this equation. It's all the points off of this line. Okay, so make sure you have that dashed line because it's not including these points. It's only the points to the bottom left-hand side. Okay, so I would like you to try this one on your own. Get it into slope-intercept form. Oh, it's forgetting a y here. That would be tough. Well, you could do it, but it'd just be hard. So graph that on an x and y axis. I want you to see you get it in slope-intercept form. Graph, and don't forget to shade. And then Clifford and I say good night. Have a nice evening. Happy Wednesday.